Could you give us an example of any projects that probably brought the government, the corporate or society and you as an academician or a researcher together? Any kind of product?
Oh yeah. I was involved in a project where the government wanted us to take boys and girls from slum areas, from poor families, train them and employ them with companies.
Okay.
Right. So the corporates came in because they were looking for a regular source of assured employment.
Okay.
Right. Now banks and international agencies came in because they were trying to improve or modernize the business practices of Indian businesses.
Okay.
So in this, the government would be happy because the government has this thing going on that they somehow have to ensure that whatever development that is happening in India, that should not only be for those people who are driving around in their Audis and BMWs and Mercedes. It should also be for those people who are surviving on small incomes, who are living in small, whom we call as poor people, right?
Yeah.
See, when we talk about poor people, we have to realize that approximately half of our countrymen fall under that category. And if you look at the desperately poor, even that number of people in India is greater than the population of many of these developed countries. So it's very important for the government to ensure that whatever the businessmen are doing in the name of business to earn a profit, it somehow has to help the society. Right? So that's why we, in the preamble, we say it openly, we are a socialist democratic republic. It's not only a democratic republic, it's socialist also. So in this case, you see that everybody came together. It was for the good of the companies. The economy has to grow because now the companies will modernize their manufacturing techniques.
Yeah.
The poor people will get jobs, and the banks are happy because they are happier lending to financially healthier companies. So
and
everybody was happy.
companies.
Yeah. So I was in the middle of all of them. I am supposed to somehow coordinate and make this happen.
And also to make them better at it, if they choose it.
Curiosity is the only thing that we need in a good teacher. You just have to be unbelievably, recalcitrantly curious. That is just about it. Right? If I remember when I was a student, we frankly used to believe that this is the most boring profession in the world.
Yeah.
I even remember during our farewell, at the MBA farewell, one of my seniors, the passing out batch, he actually said that on stage that, when he was asked this question, what is there anything that you will never do after your MBA? And he said, whatever happens, I'll never ever become a teacher. That was way back in 1998. And I remember in 2003, he was given the best teacher award at the university that I was working at. Not once, in fact, he remained the best teacher 2-3 years in running, and he is considered to be one of the best teachers ever.
Yeah.
And today, when his own father is offering him an opportunity to come back to his family business, he says, no, I'm pretty much happy being a teacher. So the only thing that you have to do when you are in school, if you're interested, or you may, there is this remote possibility that you may end up being a teacher, stay alive. Stay alive to whatever is happening around you. We have seen over the past 15 years, now I've been in this line for 15 years, if there is a student who is only good at studies, right, that student is not going to go far. I know it's very demotivating for many, sometimes this is a bit too harsh to tell students, but then that's the way it is. On the other hand, I have seen students who were in school declared mediocre or average, me including, right? But who had other interests. Right? I had a lot of interests. Right? I was into sports, I was in the university handball team, I was into athletics, I was into debating, quizzing, big time. We were into photography, we were into... I don't know how kids these days are not finding time. We used to have plenty of time for everything. Had it been the Stone Age,
yeah,
right? You would have considered a guy very successful who would have more stones, sharper stones or bigger stones, right?
True.
Similarly, there was something called this Iron Age or Bronze Age, right?
Yeah.
You have heard of this, right? So more iron and more everything that would make you. And what age would you say this is? This is the information age, right?
Yes.
So you just imagine somebody who has scored a 9-pointer in +2 but has no information about anything, and you are living in the information age, that somehow doesn't work out well, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of information should you have? There is something called the breadth of knowledge, there is something called depth of knowledge. Right? Breadth of knowledge is how many things do you know about. Politics is pretty boring, but do you have an idea of what is happening in Syria, or what is wrong in Iraq, or what is this permanent seat? Should India get a permanent seat on the Security Council? Right? Okay, yeah, India should. How many of us know what are the national issues? Right? How many of us know what is happening between India and Pakistan? All of us are brought up with that. Okay, there is a big problem. Do we know about any other issue other than Kashmir that is there? Do you know what is Seer Creek? Do you know what is the Indus Water Treaty? Do we know of any of these things? Or what do you know about sports? See, let's put it this way. You have to be somebody who should be able to discuss sports, politics, art, literature, movies, business, anything and everything with a lot of it. This is called the width of knowledge, right? Then there is something called depth of knowledge. In one or two areas, for example, imagine kite flying. Do you know anything about kite flying? No. Believe me, I have a lot of knowledge in kite flying.
I know.
Like I have a lot of knowledge in marketing also.
Yeah.
See, everybody will have a very deep knowledge in their areas. So in one or two areas, you should have depth of knowledge. That is where your bread and butter is going to come from. But how intelligent you are considered, or how much of an impact you will have, not only on your family, your friends, but generally, that will come from width of knowledge. And do you know what is funny? If you know a lot of things about this world, right, you will automatically be able to decipher a lot of things that are happening. They start making sense. You will be able to see patterns in things. You will be a better decision maker. You can actually end up becoming a very, very rich guy because you used to, as a student in 10th, 11th and 12th, take time out of your busy schedule to watch news. It can actually end up making you a very, very successful and rich person. But frankly, if I see somebody in information age without information, I don't think you have to be an Einstein to work out what's going to happen.
Thank you.
Emotional.